Hello everyone, my name is Gabby, and welcome back to another Dragon Ball Super Review. This time reviewing episode 56. Goku, Vegeta, and Trunks meet up with the human resistance in the future. They're initially hesitant of Goku, but Trunks convinces that he's here to help, and as they head to the resistance base, Trunks finds Mai, still alive. The two reunite while Goku and Vegeta look on happily. But there's no time for reminiscing, they need to face Black. After summoning him, Vegeta demands to fight him first. He powers up the Super Saiyan Blue and attacks Black, but Black isn't fazed or even shocked at the transformation. He says Vegeta's strong for a mortal, but Black has reached levels even past that. And Black powers up to a new form, one that looks like Super Saiyan Blue but with pink hair. Instead of Super Saiyan Blue, perhaps it should just be called Super Saiyan Rosé. With this new form, Black quickly overpowers Vegeta, and then even Goku in his Super Saiyan Blue form. But before he can finish him off, a voice stops him, saying he was promised the opportunity to kill Goku. It's Zamasu. So, what did I like about this episode? Well, first of all, I honestly really enjoyed all the stuff with Trunks and Mai and everyone meeting up with the resistance before they got to fight Black. I mean, if you really think about it, it was probably mostly just kind of almost filler and sort of a way so they didn't have to animate as much of the fight scene in that episode, cut down on the drawings and stuff. But I really enjoyed what they did in it because there was just so much emotion that you could feel in that. Like the moment that Trunks and Mai reunite and realize that the both of them are still alive, and it's just such a beautiful moment. There is just so much emotion there, and that's something that Super has honestly been lacking a lot of the time, just having this actual emotion. It adds a lot more to this idea of this ruined future, that we actually see these people in this ruined future and we actually see their circumstances. Not just Trunks, just all of these humans who are left surviving and need to beat Black. It gives everyone a lot more motivation than just, Black's apparently a bad guy. We see the people who they're all going to be trying to fight to protect. Not to mention, it sure is great to see Goku and Vegeta presented as actually decent human beings, as opposed to robots that are programmed to just punch anything that moves. The moment where Vegeta goes and takes out a capsule, a whole bunch of capsules from Bulma that have food and supplies for all the people of the future, and it's just there's just such these great moments that these characters make you feel like Goku and Vegeta actually do care about more than just fighting guys. Because, if you really think about it, if this was probably anyone else who was writing the episode, it might have been that Goku and Vegeta would not have even cared about that because they just want to fight Black, and they would have kind of just skipped out on the entire beautiful section. So, I really enjoyed that. It might have actually just been filler, but it was good filler in my opinion. And then we got to the fight with Goku Black, and I found this really, really interesting. The fight with Vegeta and later on with Goku, it was a pretty good fight. Not the best animated thing that Super's ever done, but it was a pretty good fight. I think it looked pretty good. But the thing I really enjoyed about this fight was that with Super Saiyan Rosé, Black is stronger than both Goku and Vegeta in their Super Saiyan Blue forms. And that's actually also really amazing because it actually gives us tension. There is a legitimate sense of tension here. There is a legitimate idea that Goku and Vegeta could actually lose this, that Black might be too strong for them. When this episode ended, especially when, Black was about to finish Goku off before Zamasu arrived, so I was just left thinking, how were they going to win? And that's a question I have not asked about in Dragon Ball Super for a very long time. Part of that is because because they were movie retellings and I already knew what was going to happen, so I already knew how they were going to win, but here it's I just think it's so interesting. We've got a villain who is stronger than Goku and probably doesn't have any qualms about having a fair fight or not wanting to kill Goku, wanting him to get stronger. So I'm just really curious as to what's going to happen because there is legitimate tension here. There is a real idea that maybe this might not end as cleanly as everyone wants it to be. And I want to see how it's going to end. And I'm also really enjoying the mystery in this arc. This arc in general has had a whole bunch of big underlying questions, big underlying mysteries about Black and who is he and what is he and everything like that. And I was thinking, if they really wanted to hurry this through, they would go and start answering questions immediately. But this episode in particular, by the end of the episode, I feel I had more questions than answers. In that Black knows about God Key. Black seems to know about Super Saiyan Blue and he's not really phased. Like, he seems to know a lot about the characters. And then there's Zamasu showing up, literally like a giant pillar of light. Zamasu shows up as well, and he seems very different to the Zamasu we know, or if he's not different, or obviously it's like, they're probably going to get answers to this later on in the next few episodes, but I like the way that it ended up with such intrigue. Everyone is speculating right now, and I think that's a good thing. That is generally a good thing for these kinds of shows. I mean, we might get answers that are terrible, like really cop-out answers to all of these mysteries, but I don't think they would make them mysteries if the actual payoff to the mysteries weren't actually good in the first place. As for what I didn't like about this episode, this is actually kind of surprising that I'm actually saying this, but the way Vegeta's loss was handled. I don't normally mind Vegeta getting beaten in things, like it is actually such a consistent part of the story, and I probably above everyone know like the value of a good Worf, but the problem is, like, I don't know if this was necessarily a good Worf. Like, I know that someone, like one Super Saiyan Blue, had to get beaten to show just how much more powerful Black was, and Vegeta was definitely, like, the most logical option at this point because he's not the main character and it's not necessarily going to be, like, a final battle, inverted commas. But, the way it was handled, I almost thought it was a bit kind of going through the motions. Like the moment that Vegeta immediately went to full power and started fighting Black, I'm just like, okay, he's gonna lose, this is just going to, like, this is just exactly what I'm expecting and you're not doing anything different with it. And the other, like, kind of concern I almost have with this is that they're not really using the idea of the Worf effect very well. See, the problem with the Worf effect, I mean, I did a whole video about this, probably over a year ago now, but, like, having a character get beaten up to show just how much stronger by comparison the villain is a fine idea. That the issue comes with if you keep doing it to the same character without giving them a chance to actually show that they're competent in the first place. See, I didn't have a problem with Vegeta getting beaten in the Universe 6 tournament because just directly before he beat Hit, he beat 3 of the Universe 6 contestants in a row without even really taking it seriously. So you could tell Vegeta was competent there, and him getting beaten was alright and it honestly felt alright for his character. But in the future Trunks stuff, this is the first fight Vegeta has had in this arc, and it has just ended up with him getting his ass kicked. So I'm just a bit concerned that maybe they're just going to keep using this plot device of Vegeta getting beaten up to show how much stronger the villain is, and not using the plot device of having Vegeta actually get victories or having Vegeta get something to show that he's competent, and it'll basically sort of go to the same issue that plagued characters like Yamcha, where you just keep losing and you don't get any wins to the point that the audience doesn't even expect you to be competent in the first place. But then again, the arc isn't over, the fight isn't even over. For all we know, Vegeta might come back later on, so, that actually might end up happening. But, obviously if he doesn't come back later on, and this is the end, this is like the last thing we're going to see of him in this entire fight, obviously there is an issue there. If he does come back, it'll be fine. As for next episode, Goku is going to continue struggling against Black, while it looks like Trunks is going to fight Zamasu, who is apparently immortal, that's something. But all of the animation enthusiasts are going crazy about this episode because we've seen some stuff and it looks like Naotoshi Shida is working on this episode, is doing key animation. If you don't know, Naotoshi Shida is one of the best talents that Toei Animation has right now, and you may know him from such scenes as Luffy's Gear 4th transformation, practically all of Usagi's stock footage in Sailor Moon Crystal Season 3, and also that really awesome part in Battle of Gods after Goku turns Super Saiyan and starts fighting Beerus in space, and that part with like Hero by Flo playing in the background. That part. Yeah, it's that guy, and he's doing stuff in that episode, and it looks really good, and it's probably going to look really good, and obviously everyone's really excited because, hey, Super might have some really good animation this time. Whoa, holy crap. I'm definitely going to be looking forward to that. So that was Dragon Ball Super episode 56. Yeah, it was honestly a really, really good episode. I mean, maybe the beginning kind of dragged a little bit, but once we started getting to the action, the action was all really good, and it was all really on point, and, like, we got, like, real mysteries here, and real intrigue, and real tension. Like, I am seriously thinking, like, okay, how are they going to continue this battle? Because I don't know what you're doing. Like part of that is because of the fact that it's not a movie retelling, so I don't know how it's going to end. But still, this episode was really, really hype, basically. Everyone is hyped. And I'm hyped as well. I want to see how this goes. Last week I was a bit worried about if the payoff was going to be good, but at this point, if it keeps up this quality, the payoff is definitely going to be good. and it will make this arc worth it, and that will be a good thing. So this is Gabby, signing out, and I'll see you all next week. Bye guys!